Welcome to a spark of awareness. We live in a time where we are constantly being stimulated, prompted by systems, by algorithms, by AI. But when we outsource our answers, we slowly give away our authority, our inner voice, our self-mastery. Conscious leadership has no shortcut, no hack, and it can only begin from within. It is the courage to stop escaping and to sit with what's alive and present inside, even when it's very uncomfortable. But that's where growth is. And this podcast is a space for that. This podcast is an evolution. And every week, I will share a 15-minute human prompt, live, non-performative. It is a moment of reflection drawn from my work in conscious leadership, from the journeys of the leaders I coach and accompany, and from what is moving in a collective film of what is humanity and leadership. I am Sophie Vaux, a conscious leadership coach and guide of transformation. I support leaders who are crossing the threshold right now from the old system of leadership, a legacy, into a deeper, more conscious way of being. If the traditional model no longer resonates, know that you are not alone, and that is your weekly practice. This is your time with your inner world. This is your weekly spark of awareness. Welcome. So welcome to this episode. It's going to be a very special one because I am sharing in live what has happened at our retreat last week and give full visibility on the kind of work we do at the retreat, which is also what I do in my coaching, somatic activation. And we were 17 women at that retreat. There was a lot of deep work, transformation, inner work, because most of the work, sometimes we want to have a hack, the business tactic. It's not about that. All of the changes in our life, important changes in our life, are inner work. And I want to share what that work is, because you can benefit from also practicing it for yourself and just having the awareness for yourself on this session that I was giving on shame and how we move and heal our shame, because the shame is what makes us hide, the shame is what makes us small, the shame is what makes us not be ourselves, and when we can transform it, then we are free and we can create. So enjoy this live episode from the fire gathering in Portugal. And if that activates something for you, I'd love to hear from you after this recording. Enjoy, and I'll see you next week. So we are on the second day of the retreat. So for this morning session, which is going to open quite a lot of, again, what I shared yesterday around the whole topic on expressing our truth, our voice, our body, our full self, our full femininity, whatever that means for us. And I think this is part of the discovery here. A topic I wanted to put the intention on this morning is shame. We all carry shame. I don't know if anyone in this room does not have shame. Or please raise your hand, I would love to hear from you. And it's here without judgment, but it's really to work on the things, here with a lot of safety. So shame, big topic, big topic, not just for women, also men. So there's going to be a first part where we're going to go in our own inner process and inviting a lot of openness here, because again, as I said yesterday, it's very nice where we're here. And it feels very nice, but I really want you to go in the places that are uncomfortable. That's why we're here. What that means uncomfortable, it's always adjusting a new place. That's part of the process. Also, who you are with. Maybe there are people you know, maybe there are people you don't know. There are some things that are said, that are shared, are triggering. This is all part of it. And also what's going to happen in the activities. So for this morning, on the topic of shame, there's going to be a first part which is going to examine our own shame and being witnessed by each other. Like I said yesterday, I always have plans for my sessions, but everything I do, masterclass, sessions, even my coaching, I don't know what I'm going to say until it happens. So this is the moment. This morning was very present of what was alive and what I felt from the group, because again, I'm channeling, I'm tuning in what's alive. So I wanted to, before we start, talk about union and division. Because in the topic, before we get into shame, the feminine and masculine, it's a triggering topic, first of all. It's a misunderstood topic, and it creates division. And it creates division between people, between women to women, women to men and men, the world. And we're trying to look for a reunion outside of us. But it's not outside of us that we found the reunion, it's inside of us. So when we are in conflict with others, we're in conflict with ourselves. And so the shame is the result also of something, a part of us that we don't accept and we don't integrate. And unconsciously we put it outside to make it a problem about the world. So the shame is really a place to examine where we have all the stories of the world and the division to go back in reunion. And why I'm talking about the feminine and masculine, because there's again that polarity where it divides. Whatever part of you, I'm not going to label it too much now on feminine and masculine, but it's in conflict, and in the next days a bit more love for that part of you, for you. And here, this group will be here to witness, but if you can't give it to yourself, no one else can give it to you. And that's what we look for a lifetime. The moment where we will be loved, where we will be feel seen, understood, when we don't even want to give it to ourselves. So it's really like looking the answer inside us. There's not too far to look, but it's the most uncomfortable place to look. And when we are hurt in our process, I've been very much hurt in my life when I thought for a long time there were really people being out there to hurt me. I believe that. And then I experienced that. And I realized through this journey, a lot of healing still in it for a lifetime. No one can really hurt me. No one can really hurt you. The person that hurts the most yourself, I'm sure you know what I'm going to say, is you. Is you, is what others think, say about you, which part of you believe that it's true, and then you give it to yourself. So actually the way we talk to ourselves, the way we see ourselves is the way we receive them. So invitation here is like the most unlovable part, bring it here. Because we create this space of love and we practice it here. So, for this first part, if you have noticed there's something new today in the room, there's a mirror. And I'm going to play a bit some music in the background, and I'm going to start it to invite you to, however, how deep you want to go, to face yourself in the mirror, to look at you fully. And to look at the parts that you feel uncomfortable with in the reflection of yourself. And go there. And for the group of women being here is to witness and be present. So be here for the woman that is going through her process. And we're here for each other. Close your eyes and arrive in your body. I forgive myself. I forgive myself for all the people I've hurt. I forgive my father for all the pain for all the hurt. I forgive myself for letting him hurt me. I forgive myself for all the times I was angry at the other women, because deep down I was angry at myself. I forgive myself. I want to forgive men for all the time they abandoned me. I want to forgive myself for all the times I abandoned myself. And I want to forgive myself each time I shame myself for being here, for showing up, for following my truth. I will not abandon myself. I will trust. I love every part of myself. I accept them. I integrate them. There's no shame, there's just love. Thank you for tuning in into this weekly reflection, a weekly spark of awareness. After this episode, I invite you to take a few moments with yourself, even just 15 minutes, to sit with what resonated, to breathe, and to notice what is shifting inside. This is a practice, a discipline of presence, truth, and self-connection. If this work speaks to you, I accompany leaders in one-on-one journeys and group experiences of transformation, supporting them as they cross the threshold into a truer and freer way of leading and living. If you feel called to explore this path, I would love to hear your story, and let's connect. Sending you love and courage, and have a great week ahead. This is my spark of awareness.